Lakes of Brazelton to discuss a new show that is very near and dear to me. It's called Food for Thought. And today I have 4 guests with me, and we are going to be discussing the plant-strong, plant-based diet, or lifestyle. Welcome everybody to the show.
Thank you.
All of these guys are my dear friends, and I've put together a panel of a lot of people that are interested in living healthy lifestyles, and they're way further along in their journey than I am. But we're going to learn today about restaurants that you can actually go to that support the plant-based lifestyle, and how to pick out things when you're on the road that you can eat for healthy. We're going to discuss how diet and exercise are so important, family traditions for everybody, and we're also going to learn about some documentaries that you can reference to and recipes for healthy living. So welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. It's been very exciting to me to put together the show, and I'll tell you just a little bit about how I came to ask all of you to be here today. So about 2 months ago, Mark, many of you know Chef Mark here, he had a terrible wisdom tooth episode that we went to the doctor or the dentist, and they found out that he had extremely high blood pressure. It was like 230 something
Whoa.
over 138.
Wow.
It was just really bad. So they said, we can't do anything until your blood pressure gets down.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him lisinopril and, hope for the best. This was like on a Thursday. So we ended up in the hospital on Saturday. Blood pressure, same thing, even though it had meds. I mean, it was still really, really high. And then when we went back to the dentist for the extraction on Monday, it was even worse. They had to give him nitrous oxide to make sure he was calm enough to actually do the extraction. So about the same time as that, a friend told me about Forks Over Knives and the documentary, and also she told me about What the Health. So I sat down and watched those one night, and it was just riveting for me. It's shocking. I mean, I grew up on a dairy farm. I can't remember when I haven't had a piece of meat in my mouth. As far as like, every day it was a part of my life. Whether it was grilled chicken or hamburgers or whatever. It's just, it's been that way forever. And so I saw this lady on there simultaneously that was very bad health, walking with a walker, and then she was able to be, within 2 weeks, she was able to walk. So I was thinking, my mother, that's her, we've got to start this and see if there's anything to it. So that's my journey so far. It's only been a couple of months, and I know all of you have been in this path much longer, so I'm going to turn it over to Dean and let you tell us a little bit about your journey.
Sure. My name is Dean Saleo, and with Saleo Wellness, and I'm a New World practitioner, and what that means is it's whole body healing, mind, body, and spirit. And I look at what you do from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and then together we create a perfect day plan that's going to fit your lifestyle. So it's about baby steps, implementing things into your life that you can handle and achieve. Simple, effective exercises, nutritional drinks, just slowly implementing these things. Meditation, time to pray, whatever it is you do, carve out a little bit of time in your day, and it's easier than you think to do that. And the physical part of it is the deep tissue restoration that I do, where I get to the underlying cause of pain and inflammation, removing the physical and emotional blocks with a simple and effective technique that I use from your face all the way down to your feet. And it's simple enough where I can teach you this technique. I have families spending 25 hours with me learning this technique so they can work on each other. No more shoulder surgery, knee, hip replacement surgery, any of that. I haven't had anyone who's come to see me go through with their scheduled surgery, so they get relief right away.
Really?
Yeah, right away. And it's an amazing technique because I get in there and break the muscle fiber apart so blood, oxygen, and lymph can flow, and then your body heals itself.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to the doctor, if you broke your bone, they just set it, you heal. That's all. So I'm just allowing life to come back by getting that physical block opened up, and then you heal yourself. So it's an amazing technique. And my journey started with dime-sized psoriasis all over my body, from head to toe. I went to a
Just all of a
care.
sudden?
Just all of a sudden, it started coming out. Now I was 252 pounds too.
What?
So
Whoa.
big, and I was eating every kind of deep fried everything you can think of. You know, Oreos, Twinkies, deep fried. I'm eating it. You know.
You were 250?
Mhm.
Wow.
And I've
How long ago was that?
that was 6 years ago. And I kept it off.
Wow.
But from my journey, because I had that, I went to a naturopathic doctor, and it overnight, fresh and raw, right away. They cut out everything. They said it starts in your gut, and I was somewhat aware of, and everybody thinks they eat healthy, but you really don't when you start to look at it. Or I drink plenty of water. You're really not. When I go, do you drink 3 to 4 quarts a day for women and 4 to 5 quarts for men? Nope. They drink like 2 glasses.
Right.
So
What
once
is
you-
this?
This is structured water. So this is what's found in nature. So you ever notice when it rains just an eighth of an inch, the birds are singing, the flowers, nothing's dying, everything's living. But you could water your grass for an hour and you don't get the same
I
effect.
never noticed that, but yeah.
It's got an energy to it, and it's structured like fast-moving streams. So this little device that I have, I put it in a spray bottle so I can take it with me, and I spray everything. My drinks, I usually do a coffee test with people. If I have a sip of coffee and then put this in it, it makes it sweeter. It takes the bitterness out of everything. It protects you.
Well, let's try that. This is iced coffee from back
Yep,
here.
you just need 1 or
Still
2
got my
squirts,
cream
just a drop.
working towards the black.
Yep, it changes the molecular structure. And anything harmful to life, it changes the hydrogen, so it becomes hexagonal. So anything harmful to life is in that, and it eliminates from your body. It also changes the molecular size of the water. So a water molecule, let's say or a cluster of water molecules is 3,000. This takes it down to 6, and it goes right in the aquaporin of your cells. So you instantly hydrate. You're going to take nutrition from your food better, and then it's going to protect you if you're eating GMO food. If you're out, you don't really know. You just give it a few sprays, and you're protected.
Oh, wow.
So if you're going to drink a glass of water from somewhere else, you can just spray 1 or 2
Just
sprays
one
of that.
spray in that.
Where do you get that?
I have the structured water unit. It's a portable unit. You buy it one time. There's no filters. There's nothing to change out, and it's guaranteed for life. So it's an amazing thing. They have a 90-day return policy if you want to just bring it back. But usually, once I do the coffee test with people, you're hooked, and you're like, "Yep, it makes your food taste better. Everything just better." So I don't leave home without it. And any friends that see us out, I spray everything. If you're drinking, you won't get a
Oh,
hangover.
nice to meet you.
Oh, hey, I like that part.
It changes the sulfites
When's
in
the last time
wine.
you've been sick?
It's rare. This year I was sick once, but I let myself get down. I wasn't doing the things. I take supplements, I exercise, and I stopped doing all of that. I stopped my meditation, I do sun gazing, because no amount of food that you can eat is going to help get you out of a hole if you live in the dark like a vampire. You've got to get some sunlight, right? I wasn't doing my sun gazing, I wasn't doing my meditations to clear your mind, and then I stopped with all the supplements that I take to help keep me. I have to be above and beyond because I can't have you come and see me, right? If I'm sick and coughing and hacking, right? I have to. So I take fulvic acid, which is a chelator, so it's going to take the heavy metals out of your body and detox. I take curcumin cayenne supplement, which is helping getting that circulation going. Vitamin D3. Everybody's vitamin D deficient, and you don't take enough of it. So I stopped taking that. Why? I don't know. Just you let yourself get busy, and then I did it for a week, and boom, I got a stomach bug from somebody. I also take a product called Tummy Love, and this helps digestion in your body. It helps, and I stopped doing that, and I was like, wow, everything just boom. So I take it all the time, and I still structure everything, but when you weaken your immune system, I have to keep my immune system up. Simply putting a smile on your face raises your immune system by 27%. So
Oh, didn't know that.
chin up and a smile. There you go.
Really?
So so it was this year that I got sick, but before that it was 6 years ago. I mean, I don't get sick because your vibration is up. When you're doing your meditations, I'm not going to bed with monkey mind to where people can't sleep.
Your
no
sleep,
stress. You
right.
connect to your breath. 6 seconds in, hold for 1 second, 7 seconds out. You can do that as often as you need to. It's going to take you from the sympathetic state, which is not sympathetic at all, to the parasympathetic state, which is calm, cool, and collected. When you're in that state, which most people are, it's not a time to digest food. It's not a time to make good decisions mentally, with relationships, with business, and with your food choices. So bad foods equal bad moods, and you're going to stay in that vicious cycle constantly. And I started not to eat bad foods, but I just let myself get run down. You do too much. I'm doing a lot, and I have the energy. I could keep up with anybody 20 years old, no problem. And I'm 50 years old almost. So it's,
Wow.
so
Good stuff.
yeah, and it's that rash has never come back because I stayed on the fresh and raw. I did start to eat meat again, and then I got off it completely because I just didn't need it. I don't want it. I don't crave it.
Think of all the medications people are constantly trying to use to help with that, and they struggle. As an esthetician, I know people struggle with that. Medications don't help. The creams don't help. So it's an internal.
And
thing.
most people that come and see
Feel
me
that.
have stage X cancer, and they've got a bag full of pills. It's like, what are you doing? If you just make some changes, you can start to get off all these. And most do that want to heal themselves. I get people who just want to fix the pain of my knee or my elbow, and it's your body and it's your deal, and I don't judge you. I respect where you're at, and because I understand where I came from, right? I
Right.
was, 252 pounds, thinking I'm drinking enough water and I'm eating healthy. and
Yeah.
just, no.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Not even close.
And I keep saying, honey, you're shrinking the pants, right? It's the washing machine that's doing it, right? It's not. I'm not growing.
always-
Don't leave them in the dryer too long.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
That's right. Yeah. So.
So, interesting. Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Sure.
Stacy.
Well, I've been Plant Strong over a year, solidly. I've been interested in health my whole life. I've always read all the studies, every book out there. In 1 week, they're telling you eggs are great. The next week, eggs are bad.
Yeah.
And so, you feel kind of tossed about what's the best way to eat. And I've always been that way, but I'm constantly always researching. So when I ran across Forks Over Knives, I was watching it just like I do all my other health things. But what hit me was not so much the studies, but the historical data. What countries over like a 40-year period are struggling with what illnesses and what are their diets like? What happened to that European country when the Nazis occupied it and took all their meat and cheese? Some of their health diseases went away, and when the Nazis left and they got their meat and cheese back, they came back, the diseases came back. That kind of thing is what really hit me for the first time versus all those studies. So with so much cancer, my family battles cancer, all kinds of cancers. My mother passed away recently with pancreatic cancer, so I was really hypersensitive to cancer. How can I prevent cancer? And it just seemed like the historical data suggested that plant-based, I'm not going to say vegan, I'm not 100% vegan, I can't claim that, but plant-based really cut down your chances of cancer. And I was interested in it and watching it and really I felt like it was my personal responsibility to try this, after seeing that historical data. I just couldn't deny it. And so I had him watch it with me, and it hit him in a different way, not so much the cancer bit, but the heart disease bit, right?
Yeah, there's diabetes, long line of diabetes,
High blood pressure.
blood pressure,
You're constantly fighting that.
fatigue, all that stuff is just eating out on the road, the truck driver side. I know where all the good stops are, all the buffets.
share.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
But all those are,
All the best
all
barbecue
that's in the past. So,
places.
yeah, I'm miles ahead of all that. But just the historical part of it really hit me. The family history, it really hit me. My grandfather had was on dialysis. That's how we lost him. My father's diabetic. So long line of cancer as well. So anything I can do to prevent anything like that happening, I'm game. I'm all about it.
So what happened to you, and why did you decide that you were
The baby.
gonna do this?
My two children.
Yeah.
Two children and my wife. And
So you had high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
He's pre-diabetic.
I was 350 pounds at my heaviest. That was the most I've ever weighed. 350 pounds. I've been doing plant-based for a little over a year, and I'm down to 285. That's about 65 pounds.
So was it easy for
Yeah.
you at first, or how did you decide I mean,
tell
did
you,
you
it
just
really-
like completely cut out everything at one time, or was it a gradual?
It was gradual. I didn't know that I was not drinking. I didn't know that I wasn't not drinking sweet tea. It was-
Decaf.
Yeah.
Snuck that in there.
Yeah.
As being from down here in the South, sweet tea is
It's a staple.
it's wine down here. You
Yeah.
know? It's but I just noticed something different about it. And I asked her, and she had started making it decaf and no sugar. It was she was sweetening with agave nectar, and then started using Truvia, and then
You just dropped all of that.
I was drinking probably close to maybe a gallon a day,
Wow.
and
A sweet tea before
Uh
that?
huh.
yeah.
Uh huh.
And she told me, said, you know, if you like tea, but if you can't really drink a lot of water, and you like tea, do unsweet tea. And that took me a minute to really get a taste for it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. I mean, it took a while, but now I drink unsweet tea. Like when we go anywhere, I order unsweet tea or water, and it's the way of life.
Yeah.
It's a change. You just gotta be willing to change.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, it's,
I think it's
and
that.
the food is really good.
Yeah.
So we're both foodies, and a lot of people are like,
Yes.
"Oh, I can never go plant-based. I'm a big foodie." Well, we're the biggest foodies. Like
Yeah.
our
We have-
entertainment is
yeah.
searching out new restaurants and going to
When
try.
people
We
look
are
for weird places to go, they ask us.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
ask
We
Yeah,
love
I know.
going
I
places.
have.
And we think that
Right.
being plant-based, it's opened up this whole new world of flavors
Yeah.
and
I
food,
feel the same
and
way.
it's more exciting.
I feel the
yeah.
exact same way.
Yeah.
It is more exciting.
It is.
People think it's going to be boring, and it's like, guys, if you guys just give it a try, it's not boring.
No.
It's, exciting.
Very
It
You
is.
know what I
so.
mean?
It's amazing. We went to Atlanta and there was a vegan restaurant we found, great food, and next door was a lady, she was a single mom, she opened up a juice bar,
Mm.
fresh and raw, and she's like, I just want to teach people to baby step into health
Yeah.
and do that. And she had, a little bit of food with vegan burgers and things like that, but she was all about teaching people baby steps. So she's like, this is what I do. She's been open for 6 months, and it's about the journey, right?
Right.
Most people wouldn't search out those natural places.
Mhm.
It's a shame that you can find, cheap food that's going to harm you on any of your
Oh,
corner, but you've got to
Mhm.
really hunt and peck to find somewhere that's going to have some decent food for you.
Yeah.
But it's part of the journey, and it's fun. We went to Atlanta, and it was some good places there. So.
Right. Atlanta has tons of great places. You can get a ton of vegan options in Atlanta. A ton.
Yes.
But if you're on the outskirts of a major metro area and you
Mhm.
don't have access to like cool little juice shops on every corner,
Right.
then you prepare your food and bring it with you, right? Like you do.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely been a part of my journey. You ready for me to start?
Yes, I am, Lisa. Go for it.
Okay, so where am I looking?
Mark.
So my name is Lisa, and I've been vegan since October 1st, 2018. So it's been about a year and 2 months almost. And it's been quite a journey for me. I'm a fitness instructor and I have a cleaning service as well, but the reason why I decided to do so was I had gotten up to about 202 pounds, which was the weight I was when I delivered my son. Not a good thing for me. Very stressful for me. And I went to my doctor and my blood pressure was up again. It had been up and down. It fluctuated for, a couple, 5, 6, 7 years. And, I teach step aerobics. So I'm in front of all these people and I'm just, kind of on the thick side, you know what I mean? But I feel like I shouldn't be because I don't eat that bad, and I drank a lot of water, but why is my blood pressure up, right? And so I've tried everything, every diet you can imagine. I've tried Atkins. I mean, just name. I've been on Weight Watchers half my life.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've done everything, no meat, everything. And I decided, well, let me just give this vegan lifestyle a try. I've tried everything else. Let's just try cutting the animal products out of my life. Okay. So me and my sister, we decided we were going to do it together. And my blood pressure tanked. Well, when I went, my blood pressure was like 155 over 105, which is high, for me. It was high for me. It was probably the highest it's ever been. And my doctor wanted to he wrote out this prescription, and he's like, well, I don't know anybody who comes off of blood pressure medicine. They're usually on it for the rest of their lives. And he's writing me this prescription, and I'm like, you're
You're
telling
like
me I'm never
sentence.
going to come off of this.
Yeah.
But never said anything
But
about
you're not-
changing your
Yeah,
diet.
no.
Never once. And my mom has been, well, she's deceased now, but she was on blood pressure medicine all her life. We saw her take it every day. And I'm like, I really don't want to go down this path. Like, I don't want to do it. Let me just try something else. I've tried everything else. So we decided, my sister and I decided to take the meat, take all of the animal products out. My blood pressure tanked like within 2 weeks. It was like 117 over
Oh my
67
In 2 weeks.
in like 2 weeks.
Did you feel any different though immediately?
The energy for me, and I'm already like a 10 on, you know, when I take the animal products, I mean, I am. When I took the animal products out, everybody in my step classes were like, we need you to start eating meat again because you are killing us. I kill them in class. It is a huge difference in my energy level. Huge. And, you know, I started dropping weight, and I'm down about 28 pounds at this point. You know, it's been about a year and 2 months, but it's probably the best thing I could have ever done, I feel. I just gave it a try, you know. And I just know for years people would be like, you know, I'm not eating animal products anymore. You should try it. I'm like, I can never see myself not eating cheese. I eat cheese every day.
Uh-huh.
It's like Oprah
And,
says.
I mean, like, seriously, bacon, you know, when I first told you, you were like, I can't believe you actually gave up bacon. Because
Yeah,
that was like
'cause
my
I
thing.
remember when we used to go out to eat, it was like steak fajitas. That was your thing.
Oh, yeah, I love steak.
Yeah.
You know, I could eat that stuff literally every day, like with every meal. So I used to say it for years, I can never see myself giving up animal products. I can't see myself doing it. But I decided I didn't want to take blood pressure medicine. And let's just give it a try. The best thing I could have ever done. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. So that's my journey. I'm loving every bit of it. Now, have I not had a piece of chicken, you know, once in a while? Like, my son he loves chicken, right? So we have to get him chicken a lot. He's autistic, and he has a lot of texture issues and stuff like that. So there's certain things he will never eat. He will not do it, right? So like if I have to pick him up Chick-fil-A, you know, every once in a while, which I try not to do, I make my husband do it. But if the chicken is in the car and I'm like, this smells so good, I cannot do this. You know, have I ever like reached in the bag and taken the chicken nuggets? Sure I have. You know, probably, you know, 2 or 3 times over the last year and 2 months. Yeah.
But you still have low blood pressure.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh
still
yeah.
have great
Oh, yeah.
Because
health.
I don't eat
You don't
that.
have
I
to
don't
be
eat it. It's not a part of my
Right,
diet.
it's not.
You know, have I sampled it? Sure I have.
Yeah.
You know, sure I have. I'm not perfect with it, but I'm almost perfect with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
And you still know how to throw a hell of a party.
thank
Like
you.
last
And
week,
right.
Lisa, I'm going to interrupt you for just a
Okay,
second.
okay.
But Lisa throws these amazing parties, like brunches and stuff, and it gives me a reason to get out of the house because I never go anywhere. So, literally last week she had this land and sea party, and everybody had to wear animal print or some sort, like animal
Yeah, like any
print
kind of
and-
animal print from the land.
from the land,
Uh-huh.
and sea was the sunglasses. So,
Yeah.
of course, you know, we had all kinds of leopard and cheetah and snakeskin and just everything. And, you know, people were stopping us because there's probably, what 20, 25
Over 20, like 20 people were
in
there.
the restaurant, which
Yeah,
was
with
a
us.
beautiful restaurant that she picked in downtown Atlanta. Name of it is Public School.
Yeah,
right?
Public Schoolhouse 404.
Yeah.
That was the name of it. And it was
So,
great. They
it
were
was
great.
awesome. The service was great. I wrote them a raving review.
Me too. Yep.
And they had the best food. They had sriracha ketchup.
Yeah.
Was one of the things, and I had the Impossible Burger.
Yep.
So-
Which was delicious.
And it was really good, and it was a fabulous party. And it's not like you have to, you know, you're not sitting there eating carrots.
No, I
But-
think that's what a lot of people, and I was one of those people that was like, what am I going to eat if I don't eat chicken? What am I going to eat if I don't eat beef? I used
Yeah,
to eat
like-
a steak
Yeah.
3 times a week. I could totally do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what am I going to do? There's so much food in this world. Like, I was just, there was blinders over my eyes. Like, I did not know. And when you get those blinders off, you get a chance to experience the amazing food that's out here. People, I understand why you think it's boring, but it is not boring at all. So many colors, so many flavors.
Taste buds change, right?
My
They
taste
do.
buds are
Absolutely.
totally different.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
coated anymore, so now
Yeah.
you can
Taste the food.
thing.
That's a good point. I
Yeah.
never thought about
Mhm.
that, but I mean, I just for people who are considering it, because I have a lot of people ask me all the time, like, you know, how did you do it? I did it one step at a time. Like I tasted different things, we tried different recipes. We go out, I eat out all the time, and we just tried these things. And like I said, I feel better. My health is definitely better, and I'm still on my journey. and I don't see myself eating animal products. That's what I
I like what you said about when you're, yeah, maybe I have a piece of chicken, but you don't worry about it, you don't freak out about it, you
Right.
just have it.
I
Move
just
on
have it,
about
I'm,
your
you
day.
know, get
Don't
it
put
out.
that negative energy in
Yeah.
about, oh my God, this is so
Mhm.
bad, I shouldn't be.
Right.
No.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Bless it and you eat
And
it
then
you
move on. Just move on.
That's
Go
right.
back to, you know, my lovely lifestyle.
That's right.
Vegan lifestyle. which I love.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure. And there's a lot in that with the energy. We were talking about that earlier for the show. Is like, you know, your energy level as far as you were talking about. Explain a little bit about what you were saying about, you know, if Mark is
Oh,
in a bad
yeah.
mood and he's making the food or
Yeah,
whatever. It's,
everybody thinks about, eating better and healthier, but they don't think about the emotion side behind that. And when you're eating the meat, think about the terror the animals feel going in because they
Mhm.
know they're getting slaughtered. And yeah, they should be doing it as humanely as possible, but more often than not, you'd be shocked they're probably not. If you ever visited a slaughterhouse,
Oh my
you'd
goodness.
never eat meat again.
Oh
But so they know they're gonna die. So that negative emotion's going into that meat, and then you're
Mhm.
ingesting it. Not to mention everybody that's handled it along the way. If the chef is having a bad day, that negative energy is going in there. It's like if you walk into a room and you know a couple's been fighting, you feel it. The
Yeah.
energy's
Yeah.
thick. You go, whoa.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing. You're putting that energy into that meat, and then you're ingesting that, and it's all low vibrational. And then, hello, sickness and disease, right? Because it's
Mhm.
all that low vibrational. You got to keep your energy up, put a smile on your face, and
Mhm.
keep your immune system as high as you can.
Yeah. I wanted to say one thing if I could, one
Yeah,
last
go
thing.
ahead.
So like I said, the reason why I started this journey was because of my health, the blood pressure, said that. But like one of the main reasons why I continue this journey on top of that is after you see some of the documentaries and you actually see what goes on in slaughterhouses and how the animals are treated, for me, that is bad. So I'm just like, the way these poor cows, I feel so bad for the cow. You know, that's the emotional part for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a dog. I don't want to kill my dog. And, you know, can you imagine killing your dog and eating the dog? Well, that's basically the same thing what we're doing to these animals on a huge, massive scale. That's what's keeping me where I'm at. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, and I really think it's changed over the years. You know, back in the day, it just wasn't like that before all this industrialization of
Yeah.
farming and just, you know, the way everything's processed and so.
The chemicals that are
Mhm.
used, you know, I never really thought about that until I started doing research and, you know, the mass production, the mass slaughter. That's on a massive scale, and the poor animals, you know. Never thought about it before I started watching all this stuff. I'm like, oh, this is what's happening. What are
Well,
we
I think
doing here?
That's where the all or
know?
nothing thinking kind of defeats us too. Like as a society, a lot of people are like, if I can't be 100% perfect, I don't
Yeah.
want to try it. But you know, you could take that mass production of animal products. If you even just cut it down to just
Yeah.
a
Right.
smaller production,
Right.
they could treat the animals better. It would be
Right.
healthier. It'd be
Mhm.
healthier meat products. It'd be healthier for the environment. If everybody just cut their meat consumption down.
Yeah.
Like we eat way
Yeah.
more meat and cheese today in 2019 than we did in 1919.
Yeah.
It's just more available, and
Yeah.
they're marketing to our palates, and you know, it's just we eat way more than we used to,
Right.
way more than we need for our health, and it's the mass production of animals
Mass
is just
production.
awful, awful, awful. I know a lot of people up in Gainesville who say they worked at a poultry plant,
Yeah.
and they don't eat chicken anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so bad. Like once you walk into those places, you wouldn't want to.
I know. Yeah. I've never physically been to one, but I've seen enough documentaries on how they actually treat these animals, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
I worked on a pig farm before.
Oh,
Did
did
you?
you?
I did.
Where?
It's up in LJ, Georgia.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's sight to see. It's nothing you really want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's,
So how long did it take you to eat bacon again after working
Um,
there?
I'll be honest with you, it didn't take long at all.
It didn't?
No, it didn't.
It's honest.
I
And I guess I feel like because
it's
it's
not-
such
it's not-
thin
it's-
strips that I just
It's nothing you
want
want to see. It's nothing you want to see.
But then you can kind of put it out of your head.
It's nothing you really think about when you're eating the food.
Yeah, you don't think about
Some
it.
people
right.
do. Some people do. But anybody that's struggling with the way they eat's not really thinking. I mean, they've been
Mhm,
raised
mhm.
that way. And when
Mhm.
when
It's
you've
hard
been
for
raised,
tradition.
I've been raised on fried pork chops and
Yeah.
Bacon.
macaroni and cheese and
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that lard being put and cooked with, the way
Mhm.
my grandmother cooked, and it's what you're used to having, and it's work to turn it around, but it's if you just let yourself taste the food and try new things with food. It's just easy.
Yeah, I mean, I like what you're saying because it really does take a change of the way you think.
Mhm.
Because we're
Yeah.
used to, we grew up like eating all the animals, eating everything fried. That's how we grew up. I didn't know anything different, you know. So I think that really does take some commitment and just a little research. You know, just a little research. Just do a little research. That's it. When you start, you're going to keep going, and then you're going to see what's really going on out there, and how these large companies actually market to us. It is,
Right.
you know, that's another part of it where they're just making us think that what we're doing is good for us, and it's
Mhm.
really creating all of the diseases that we have. And I never thought about that
No, I didn't
until
either.
a year and 2 months ago.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, I just thought that if you were vegan, that you just wanted to protect animals. That's why you did it.
Yeah.
And there was no other health benefits, just as far as, yeah, you don't eat meat. But I didn't really, before all of this, I really just didn't think about that
Yeah.
in this way. And I had known people that were clients, and they're extremely picky about what they eat. So it was always like, okay, you're one of those.
That's how I was.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, great. Now we can't go out to eat fish. We won't be able to order anything. So, but it's not that. And it just depends on how you want to, do your research before you get to a restaurant, which
Mhm.
brings to mind, what restaurants do y'all like here in town? I mean, where's good to go for a good vegan meal? What do you like?
There's a handful.
Oh, there's a handful. It's the Greek place down here.
Greek-
Euro City?
Euro
Euro
City.
City. Oh yeah,
They have
I've
a
been
great
there. They have.
falafel salad. You put that
yeah.
on with their salad.
Or
and then
falafel wrap.
their beets, their chickpeas, their complimentary tray they bring out is absolutely phenomenal. I've never ate beets before until I've ate
Yeah.
theirs.
It's not
So-
something you're like, oh, I'm craving a beet today.
No, but
Right.
there's now when I leave, I do. I crave their beets.
Across the street at Buffalo's on the secret menu we were talking
Yeah,
about.
Buffalo's,
you can get
bring
an
it out.
Impossible
Secret
Buffalo's,
Burger.
put it on your menu.
Buffalo.
The
People
Impossible
know.
Burger. The Impossible Burger at
Hamilton Mill, right?
Buffalo's.
Yeah.
Hamilton Mill.
Hamilton Mill.
They have it.
Buffalo's.
It's not on their menu.
It's
they have it.
excellent.
Is the bun vegan as well or no?
Probably not.
No.
Okay,
And
so-
I don't.
Or plant based?
I've had someone say that to me before about eating like a Impossible Burger or
Mhm.
a Beyond Burger. Well, are you checking your bun? Is your bun got made with what?
Milk.
Rice
There's usually some
powder.
sort of milk powder in a
Milk
bun.
powder. And I'm not that big.
No.
Strict. You're not that strict.
Right. I mean, I've like there's a 5%. Like I'm 95%. The 5%. I told him, I said, hey, I'll save it for the bun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But like we were talking about earlier, everybody's journey is totally different.
It is.
And it's
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
life and it's what you decide to do with it
Right.
and how you decide to go on with the journey, but it is yours and we are totally not being judgmental whatsoever.
And you don't have to be that person of, oh, we're going out with the Soleos again,
Yeah.
He's gonna spray that
Yeah.
structured
I
water
know.
on my food.
But I just do it. But it's I go out to eat wherever,
Yeah.
But you can find like local station here. You can find good things on the menu to eat.
Right.
You could go to Gainesville, Two Dog Cafe. Great, you can find great food,
Oh,
local
they have good
food.
stuff there? I've not
Yes.
been there.
Amazing.
I've been there
Really
yet.
good.
Okay.
Avocados on the square in
Mhm.
Gainesville. So we frequent those
I've
places.
been there before.
And a lot of times I bring my dog with me, so I've got 7, but one is
Ooh.
goes. He's
7
in trouble.
dogs?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh wow.
And he goes, he's a little rotten traveler. He gets to go everywhere. But we go to places where we can sit outside and
Yeah.
have the dog, and it's
Happy hour.
pet friendly. So yeah, that's it.
Avocados is nice.
So
You can make about any Mexican food plant.
Mhm.
Yes.
Plant
Oh,
friendly
yeah.
too. Any Mexican food
Eatable.
restaurant, he'll
Yeah.
go in and he'll ask them to make a burrito literally from like, can you put mashed potatoes in it? It gives it a cheesy flavor.
Mhm.
You put all the vegetables in it, and I'll have rice and beans on the
Mhm.
side. So,
They do that
and yeah,
down
the
there.
beans might have been cooked with some animal
Yeah,
fat.
yeah.
But again, that's that 5% that we're comfortable with.
Right, yeah.
And it
Yeah.
keeps his blood pressure low still. All those health benefits.
Awesome.
it's
Awesome.
funny to watch the reaction of the wait staff coming to you, right?
Mhm.
Because when you talk about no cheese,
I
Yeah,
know.
sometimes.
Well, a lot,
You don't want
some will pick
protein?
up on it,
Yeah.
like with like at Buffalo's, we get to do the rice bowl with all the veggies in it, and then when we ask if this can be left off, we don't need this protein. We'll use beans for our protein. And are you vegan? Well, yeah, we are. And that's when they say
Yeah.
they got the Impossible Burger. You know, that's-
Good, right? That's
Oh,
awesome.
by the
Yeah.
way, we have the Impossible Burger in the back.
I get a lot of crazy looks and stuff when I'm
I
going
bet.
somewhere and I don't eat meat. You know, it's fun. But explain to people, you know, my journey and what I've done and how much I feel better. You know, stuff like that. I mean, a
Right.
lot more energy. I feel like I get around better, and in my job I get out and I'm in and out of the truck, in and out because I drive locally now, and I'm in and out, and I'm able to get up on the trailer, get down, move around. It's just a lot better. Keeping up with the younger guys.
I remember when you first started, he would call me from some truck stop, a Denny's at a truck stop in the middle of
I always
nowhere.
ask her what I should eat.
What do I order?
order?
Denny's.
Well, I should
Like,
have
you get
this
your
instead of
side.
this.
You get a salad,
Side.
get a side salad.
Yeah.
Have a side of beans. They always have beans. Get a baked potato without the butter
Right.
and sour cream,
Yeah.
put salsa on it, and
Salsa
ask him for a
on
side
it,
of
yeah.
broccoli. And he would do a meal of all these sides, and you'd be full. You'd feel totally satisfied. So you're just about scratching together.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's all
Yeah,
you're
there
missing
you go.
is the structure.
You can. You can feel
Right.
satisfied and full
Yeah.
eating the sides.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
if we go to certain restaurants, sometimes that's all we get. It's just sides of veggies and we're content.
Yeah.
That's plenty
I do that too.
Mhm.
for us to share. You know, it's,
And I make my lunch and I eat the same thing, just about the same thing every day because I feel comfortable eating it. I feel comfortable with the portion that I eat of it. And so a lot of times I'll split it up. I'll eat it like I'll try not to eat anything from 8 o'clock at night until 12 o'clock the next day.
Oh, that's an
That's
intermittent
intermittent,
that's
fasting.
And I'll have my
Yeah.
coffee. And I was told that since I add a little bit of creamer that I avoided it the whole fast, but I said I gotta have my
Baby
coffee and a
steps.
little
You're
bit of
fine. A
creamer.
little
Baby
bit creamer.
steps.
But
I do that too. Yeah.
right, so 12 o'clock I have the same. I do brown rice, sauteed vegetables, you know, with the I do onions, peppers, broccoli, that's
Beans.
beans,
Mixed-
black
mixed
beans,
beans.
mixed in there, and it's great.
And you make it all in one day, portion it out into different
Mhm.
containers, and every day just grab one as you run out the
Sounds
door.
delicious.
I'm like,
It's good.
Lisa, let's talk about planning for you because I know you're really good with that as far as
Yeah.
and you do the intermittent fasting as well.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know about intermittent fasting, tell them Lisa what it's about.
Okay, so intermittent fasting is when you have a block of hours that you eat and a block of hours that you don't eat. That's your fasting time. So mine are, I don't eat for 16 hours and I have a block that I eat for 8. So my time is usually 9 to 5. That's when I eat. Then
9
after 5
a.m. to
o'clock-
5 p.m.
Mhm. 9 a.m. to 5 a.m.
no evening
5
eating,
p.m.
that'll be tough.
So, but I've been pushing the time back because I just have not really been hungry that early in the morning. So I push it back, but I'll still cut it off at 5 o'clock, right? Because I don't like eating late. Period.
Okay.
Anyway, but so that's why 9 to 5 works so
But
well.
you can do it anywhere. Like when I did it for a couple weeks.
Mhm.
I'm a huge breakfast eater, so it's hard for me. But you know,
Yeah.
I went to bed at 9 o'clock, and then I would eat around 11:30 the
Mhm.
next day, as long as I could stand it.
Well, the great thing about it is you can choose your hours. Like
Mhm.
you
Right.
choose it around your life, your lifestyle, right? So for me, there's a couple places I want to give a shout out. One place is called Tassili's Raw Reality, and everything they do is raw. They make like the best wraps in the world. It's so delicious.
Where is that?
It's far. It's off of David Abernathy.
Oh, like
Oh,
down
yeah.
in.
Ralph
like,
Abernathy. It's
So it's in
downtown.
Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I have a client that's down there, so I'm out there like once every week and a half or so. So I just go and I get my wraps, have them slice them up for me, and bring them home, and then I just individualize them, right? So when I'm going in the morning, I'll grab my fruit or whatever, put my wraps in my cooler, and then that's how I roll. And like you were saying, how you like your meal, the same meal.
I do, yeah.
I am totally like that for the most
Yep.
part. Like, just give me my wraps. You know, they're raw. I'm not stressed out. I don't have to worry about it. And I'm full and I'm happy, right? And that's basically what I do. The other place is a really good place. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's in Gwinnett County. It's called V Green.
No.
Never heard of
Ah.
V Green?
Never heard of that.
It's like a Asian infused restaurant, but it's inexpensive. It's not expensive, but they only serve vegan food the whole restaurant, and they have really good stuff. Now you're gonna get some tofu there. You know, you're gonna get tofu. You're gonna get seitan. I think that's what they call it, like a meat substitute or whatever. but they do like a whole lot of rices and of course, like the fall chicken, it's not real, whatever,
Yeah.
but tastes good. I think the sodium is in there, you know what I mean? But it's all plant based.
Where in Gwinnett is that?
It is off of like Pleasant Hill Road,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's called V Green.
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
really good
Yeah.
stuff. I mean,
It's on the list.
if I want some cooked food, usually that's where I'll go. It's good. They have a huge menu. They have all kind of noodles, different kind of soups. They have sushi, but everything that they have on the menu is vegan. Everything.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So, tips. Let's go down and share tips about. I know you got some grocery store tips for sure. My tip is going to be from what you told me. There's a lot of different options in Kroger. People may not think that there's,
Mhm.
you have to go to Whole Foods, or you have to go to Sprouts, and those are great places. We just don't have them here in North Georgia. But Stacy had told me about these chicken nuggets that you can get beyond. I think are they Beyond Meat?
No, I think they're Gardein.
Gardein.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, it's over there in a weird section by the pizza in the back of the store.
Mhm.
But I got some and I gave it to my daughter who's 6 and my nephew who's 4, and they did not even know the difference. They didn't say, "Ooh, this tastes weird," or it was really good, and they're all plant based. So now if I can just get a plant based honey mustard, I'll be good.
Oh. Have you tried the Morning Star spicy buffalo wings?
Yes. Mhm.
I haven't.
Those are good.
Is it good? All right.
I've not tried the Gardein ones that she just talked about. I've not tried those, but the
Mhm.
Morning Star, the spicy ones,
Okay. Dean?
I love those.
Well, basically, if it comes in bags, boxes, or cans, don't eat it.
Right.
So that's all
Yeah.
processed
Right.
food.
Yeah,
so
it
we
is.
should
It
try
is.
to keep that situation.
But one
Be
tip,
nice to the newbie.
well, one thing I would do is watch what you're doing when you're eating and chewing your food. Chew it a bunch
Okay.
so it becomes a liquid, and then eat it because you don't have a second set of teeth down there. So chew your food well so it becomes a liquid, and also don't drink your water or whatever you're drinking during your meal. You should really, ideally, you would stop 30 minutes before and 30 minutes
Yeah.
after to let your digestion work and let all that, because they look at me weird. You don't want water? Nothing to drink? I'm good. And
Organic.
no, you shouldn't have.
Good question.
You structure it.
All right, Stacy, your tips or anything? So.
One of my biggest tips for transitioning, if you're trying to transition a family to plant-based eating, is to not let yourself get overwhelmed. Not get the cookbooks and think you have to make a brand new recipe with brand new flavors and foods every single night.
Yes.
The first time we tried to go vegan, I did that. I got way overwhelmed. I just gave up.
Mhm.
So a few months later, when we went to do it again, I was so busy. I was working 2 jobs. You're running a family, household,
Mhm.
just so busy. And so all I did was make everything I was always making. I just left out the meat and cheese.
Right.
So was it a little bland at first? Yeah,
Mhm.
but everyone still ate it. Everyone still liked it. It was still familiar food.
Right.
Then from there, I would take one new recipe a week, and on the night I had time, was it Saturday night? Was it Tuesday night? Whenever I had time, I would just make one new recipe. That way, on my weekly shopping trip, I'm only buying 1 or 2 new ingredients. And you just kind of slowly ease your way in.
That
Like,
helped
if
me
you look,
so much.
yeah, if you
Mhm.
look at what you make for your family on a weekly basis, a lot of it you just drop the meat. Are you making
Yeah.
sandwiches?
Yeah.
Leave out the meat and cheese. Put on more vegetables. Put some sliced zucchini, some sliced avocado. Just bulk up the vegetables. Bulk up the mustards and the vegan mayonnaise. Just make it bulky without the meat and cheese. Are you making spaghetti? Leave out the meat.
Mhm.
But put more vegetables in. If you're feeling adventurous, grab the Beyond Meat crumbles.
Mhm.
They're pea protein. They're not soy protein. They're better. But even just leaving out the meat. So it's just baby steps. And don't try and change your whole life.
Right.
And don't
Yeah.
try and change your family's whole life because they might not be very happy
Oh,
with you.
Mine is experiment. Experiment, try new things, mix it up, put some stuff together. I'm a huge fan of tofu. I never thought I would eat tofu in my whole life. She introduced me to it, and the way that she makes it with her some breadcrumbs on it, and I eat it with yellow mustard. It's kind of a
Oh.
fried
That's a different take on that.
tofu.
Make a
It's
nugget.
very
Makes
good.
it like
Like
a
a
crunchy
nugget.
nugget.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it with vegetables. I can't eat it raw.
Mhm.
The way
No.
they Can't eat it that way.
Is that the stuff that you told me about, the smoked paprika on there? Do you put that on there too?
No, okay, smoked paprika is another tip for anybody transitioning. It'll make anything taste meatier. So, like, if you're doing beans in your spaghetti instead of meat, put smoked paprika on it. If you're making, like, a tofu, anything, smoked paprika. Any kind of, like, rice and bean dish, and you're leaving out the meat for the first time, smoked paprika, it'll give it that kind of hearty, meaty flavor.
She did
Yeah,
the,
write
she,
that down,
um,
Kara.
she did the she does a Alfredo sauce out of cashews,
Mm.
and
Yes, I've had it. It's
It's very good.
amazing.
Is it?
It
It's the
tastes-
easiest thing in the world to make.
I was
And-
gonna say, it sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, no,
No.
no, no.
And
No.
that's
You
what I'm
use a
talking about.
blender, you can make it.
and that's where I was talking about experimenting,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
when she made it on that, I had a taste for it, and I thought, this tastes like gravy.
Really?
So let's do gravy and biscuits. Put it over biscuits, and it was put some pepper on there, and it was just like grandma's.
It sounds good.
I'm telling you, it was good. It's good.
Oh, it's great when you have a professional chef like you.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm not a
To
professional
cook.
chef. I'm just, a
No,
mom.
but-
I'm in the kitchen,
Yeah.
so why not?
Right.
And you have to be open to failure. I'll have a failure once in a while. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
always have a can of chili as a backup.
Yeah.
Have something as a backup, And
Yeah.
like you said,
And
be
I'll
willing
eat
to
anything
experiment.
she tries. So,
Mm.
'cause
Even
if
if
I
it's
don't,
my
I'm gonna get
failure.
hungry.
Okay, Lisa.
Yeah, I think just planning is so important because, and that's in any lifestyle that you have, right? Because if you're not planning and you don't have the meals with you, you're going to get hungry and you're going to stop and eat somewhere you don't need to be eating, right? So planning is so important, and it doesn't take that long. I think like when you finally get your footing on this thing, then it's just gonna be just like
They don't really get what you and that's what we do with our kids. We
So
take it
important
from
too.
them. Our kids, they still have it, when we go out, they still love baking and stuff, but for the most part, our kids, just not what they do.
Yeah. And it was just healthy. Which is awesome.
Start them out young, just raise them up on gravy and biscuits, steak, pork chops.
It's really hard to
It's
just
gonna
go
person
raise that
along.
way.
it takes pleasure steps, you know?
Mine is basically to not overwhelm yourself, because it's really hard when you're trying to do this and you're trying to change. It's such a huge change that, like she said, it's like if you only do one recipe a night and change it, you won't feel so overwhelmed to be, like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to get this, I've got to buy all these ingredients. You just choose one. I think for me that's been the best advice. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, thank you all for coming today. I'm so excited about this new venture, and we are looking for a sponsor. So if you're out there and you want to sponsor us for the show, looking for, in particular, a health club. So I've reached out to a couple places and haven't heard back yet. But if you are interested in sponsoring us, whether you're a restaurant or anything, whole body, mind, health, lifestyle, anything that encompasses, it could be a restaurant, whatever you have that are the services that you're offering, they're healthy, of course, healthy lifestyle for that. So we are planning a show in a couple of weeks. I've got to get together with y'all and see what your times are like, but we're shooting for mid-December for the next show. And if anybody is watching that would like to be a guest, make sure that you definitely comment, like, share this video, and we'll definitely call you to be a guest on the show. All right, Stacy. So we're gonna go over. I'm not sure how this is gonna transition, but we're gonna go over to see Stacy makes one of her famous chocolate shakes.
Oh, sorry.
And
Famous. All right. Am I on? Yeah. Okay.
First,
So-
I would like to say thanks to Ron Blake for letting us use this
Gorgeous.
fantastic
facility.
place.
If you haven't been here, get over here. Don't regret it. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Stacy did cook us an amazing meal the other night. It was great.
Thank you.
And now she's going to make us a smoothie.
Sneaky smoothie.
Sneaky
Sneaky
smoothie. I love it.
This is for any family, whether you're plant-based or not. Every mom I know is concerned about getting more nutrition in their kids or husbands or anybody in your family. So if you've got some picky eaters and you're worried about them not getting enough vegetables, protein, calcium, oh my gosh, my kids are eating nothing but junk. This is a great way to sneak some nutrition into them. It's not the most holistic thing in the world, but it does get some of those nutritious foods into them and they don't realize it. So you want a NutriBullet or some kind of high-powered blender that really froths things up. I think Ninjas do that. What's that big one? The Vitamix? Yeah, Vitamix. You can use one of those.
Sponsor.
I know, right?
NutriBullet sponsor.
High-powered blender. You want some ice? Grab my ice. So I'm going to give everybody a sample of this, so let's make this good. So you want
Show this right here.
about half a cup of ice. Sorry if I make a mess. I'll clean up in a minute. And here's where the sneaky part is. People say, I would never eat tofu. We're going to put tofu in it.
Now, what kind is, for the newbies like me, what kind of tofu is that? Like a silken
This
tofu?
is called silken. You can't use regular tofu. Won't blend up. The kind of tofu you want to put in any kind of creamy dips, smoothies, ice creams is silken tofu. Look for the word silken. It might even come in a container still like this. And what you want to do is dump it out, cut it into cubes, and freeze it. And then you can pop it into your
So why
smoothies.
do you freeze it?
It gives it more that icy, frothy, milkshakey texture, almost like an ice cream would. So this is like instead of your ice cream. If I'm doing it for 2 people, then 2 cubes. And then also freeze your bananas. It's the same reason. It gives it that creamy, ice creamy texture. So you peel them, break them up, keep them in your freezer. Whenever your bananas are going bad, peel them, break them up, throw them in your freezer. You'll use them someday. So about a half a banana. And more sneakiness. Spinach, romaine, any of those sweeter greens. You can throw a handful in here, and if they don't see the color through a clear glass, they would never know it's in there. I feed this to my kids in glasses that are not clear, so they can't see the greenish
That's a
tint.
great tip. That's
And
a
don't
great
let them
tip.
see you make it either. If they say, what's in this? Ice, milk, and chocolate. That's all that's in there. Okay, so you've got your greens, you've got your protein, your calcium. One of my kids, I feel, was a little underweight. I was trying to get some more fat in there, so you could pour some flaxseed oil. You can do some kind of nut butter. So to make it yummy, they love the taste of peanuts, so we're doing some peanut butter. They also, I feel like they don't get enough protein. It's like crackers and chips all day. So this is a pea protein, and it's chocolate flavor since we're doing a chocolate shake. And I think they use stevia for sweetener. Because you're doing all that tofu, it's not ice cream and it's not a milk, which is naturally sweet. I add a little bit of a natural sweetener. So this is Truvia, it's my favorite, but whatever stevia that you feel is the smoothest in flavor, throw some of that in, that'll help sweeten up that tofu base. And then you just take your almond milk. Unsweetened is best, of course, but we're making this for children. This is sweetened because I just want them to get some tofu and spinach in their day. And not holistic, but again, just trying to get the kids to eat it. Throw in some chocolate syrup. Now we're ready to blend. And you want to pulsate this. If you have these high-powered blenders, you'll know how to work them. And you definitely want to blend it until all of the tofu and all the spinach is completely frothed up in there and nobody can tell it's in there. You don't see those little pieces in there. It's
Right,
nice
yeah.
and smooth. Okay, then you would get your not clear containers, pour it in there for the kids, put a lid on it and a straw, and then have them try it.
Oh my goodness.
Because see, it has a little bit of a greenish tint, so you don't want them to see that.
It's more
You can see it's chocolate. Sometimes when my daughter's feeling especially picky, I drizzle a little of the chocolate on top. Then she really thinks she's getting dessert.
Oh yeah, that sounds delicious.
So are they getting a little sugar? Yeah, there's a little sugar in this. getting a little caffeine from the chocolate, yes. It's not holistic, but if you're just concerned with packing some more nutrition into their day, they're not
peanut
gonna
butter.
know that they had to. I can say,
Chocolate peanut butter shake.
yeah, exactly. And my kids think they have no idea they're eating tofu and spinach every day. They think
That
they're
is
eating a chocolate shake every day.
delicious.
Yeah. And they asked for this in the afternoon, so they had one in the morning, and in the afternoon it's like, can we have another chocolate shake? I'm like, sure. You have no idea I'm feeding you more tofu and spinach. So that's my secret sneaky chocolate shake.
Right. You're going back over here now?
Yes.
All right.
Have a direction. All right, so last minute closing arguments, guys, and I wanted to say, come on out to 2 places tonight. Make your rounds for sure in downtown Brazelton. But Chef Mark is cooking up an amazing minestrone tonight soup, and I think it's with Tuscan bread. And the reason
It
it's
is.
Tuscan is because Olive Basket oil, right? Isn't that what you're making it with? Olive Basket is the vinegar and oil shop right here in downtown Brazelton, and in the whole shop is vinegar and oil. So
Yeah, they have some
Oh, I love
amazing
olive oil.
flavors. That
it's just right
yeah.
here, literally. And Samantha over there, she's very, very knowledgeable, and she'll tell you exactly what you need if you're walking in, kind of like, oh my gosh, what should I cook? She'll tell you. So anyway, come on out to Blake's tonight. You guys open what time? 4?
Yeah, 4.
4
4 to
o'clock?
midnight tonight.
Okay. Oh, okay, great. 4 to midnight. And then
And all our drinks are meat free.
well, definitely the vegan cocktail spot. And before then, go see my sister Sopranos. Dixie Duncan is playing tonight. If you're looking for something to do there, and then just hop on over here, make your rounds. Thank you guys for joining us today, and we look forward to the next show. Any last thoughts?
Plan strong.
Great.
Oh, I did want to mention
Shake was
Lisa.
amazing.
Oh, I know. Your shirt. I don't know if Chef Mark can get
Oh,
that.
show
in
the
there.
side.
Oh,
Show
the
your
side.
logo. I love that.
This lady that makes her stuff is absolutely amazing. So if you want something like that in your business, definitely reach
Let
out
me
to
know.
Lisa. She'll be able to tell you. All of what we talked about in the notes will be in the comments today. And we will see y'all next time on Food for Thought.
Yay.